actually trying to make sure I was managing this trade correctly, but the 9:30 candle open, or 8:30 candle here open, and it hit my TP. I knew it was gonna come here. I entered down here somewhere. Yeah, like right around here. This was my entry, and then there was little to no drawdown. So I always, the trick that I've learned a few, and the trick that I've learned is to always look for some type of double bottom, or M in this case, or W in this case. Shoot, bro. Or if I'm in a cell, I'm looking for some type of double top. So in this case, this would be a pretty good example. Where you go boom, down, boom, right, and then boom, right. So since we hit our TP for today, I'm actually going to lock out of my account. I don't think price is going to close above here. It might, and I was going to try to catch the move, but I missed it. And when I say catch it, like record it, and that 8:30 candle just snapped right up. So I think I figured out my NQ strategy. Is really my biggest thing, honestly, was entries. Like, my entries were not the best. These last few months, I've just been trying to refine them, and now that I figured out what I'm looking for, I'm just gonna kind of go from there. The only thing I'm still kind of struggling with is gold, because trying to figure out those gold entries during the Asian session has been a little tricky for me lately. It's like I'll get it sometimes, but it's not all the time. So what I'm going to expect price to do, I need it to give me a double bottom, which I do expect for price to create that at some point today. So I'm going to get rid of this. So we're going to change this to a 4-hour zone. Or let's change this to a 4-hour. We'll leave this as a 1-hour. So I color coded my zones recently, and that's been helping out a lot. Heck yeah. So I want to be waiting for price to give me a double bottom. So I just need it to come give me about 2 or 3 candles at this area here, and then I'll be looking to get in for a buy. Usually whenever price does give something like this, like a pattern like this here, it doesn't ever really just like do anything weird like this and then go back up. So it's really at this point just learning how to pay attention to the patterns that the markets, or the behaviors of the market. So since we are here, I am just glad that I was able to get that, because I really did not want to have to reset this account. And I'm also teaching myself to get out of the holes that I get in, and just by rebuilding slowly but surely. So we closed in profit. We're a step closer to passing. It's taking a little bit longer than I'd like, but it is what it is. So yeah, so for gold, I'll be looking for a double bottom. I won't be getting in because I don't trade during the New York session. Like, I'm not actively looking to get into anything at this time. If I'm holding something from like the Asian or the London session, then I'll hold it through New York, which is absolutely fine. I can't control when my levels are met. The only thing I can control is how to get prepared for them to be met. So, all right, y'all, we're back. Somebody was trying to call me. So, I'm gonna, before I get out of here, like I said, my plan for gold is we're just gonna look for some type of a double bottom here. So I'm gonna look for like 2 or 3 more wicks to come down to this area here, and then I'm gonna get in for a buy at some point this evening. We'll kind of test that theory out and see what it does. So trial and error is all trading is. Once you've figured out how to pretty much just do that, then you know, or be okay with that, it's a lot easier to deal with. So I'm going to get my day started. I've just been kind of monitoring the NQ trade. I am My main focus is gold and things like that for the rest of the year, but NQ does kind of help fill the gaps where gold is just kind of being weird sometimes. And lately it has just been given like weird activity. And then also I've actually just kind of been waiting for gold to finish this move anyway. I've been waiting for it to give me this right here. It's repeating certain moves in certain areas, so I've been waiting for this right here. So now that we got it, we can just wait for it to tap into this area a few times, and then we'll get in and buy some gold. So I'll let you guys know what happens. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day or throughout the evening. I'm probably not even gonna look at my charts for the rest of the day, honestly. So yeah, y'all be great. I think this is gonna be a nice little TP level. Where would my stop loss be? Probably this right here or this right here. I like to keep my stop losses tight. I know entries are not always going to be perfect, but I'm getting so much better at them that I'm not looking for perfection, but I am looking to be a little bit more precise. So since we are here, I'm going to again get my day started, talk to God for a little bit, and yeah. So let me lock myself out of my account. So this is where we are. I am trying to pass. So I was passing it, and then what really messed me up was I started trading like full contracts instead of micro, not paying attention. I would do it by mistake. So it's forcing me to slow down. But this is where we are. So once I get this back up to like 50,000, I'm good. And then we can kind of trade how we really want to trade. But until then, we are going to lock ourselves out for the rest of the day. This has been also a part of my routine as well, like locking myself out of my account after I hit my goal or after I hit a take profit level. It just forces me to stay out of the account, and it's also becoming like a habit that I'm creating now. So let me know if y'all want to see more trading content.